everyone, it's Emma, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you a really simple way to crochet the shell stitch. Now, some other ways you may have seen to crochet this are worked over quite a lot of rows. I think the last one that I've tried was worked over a 4-row repeat. The good thing about this one here is that it is worked over a 1-row repeat only, so you only need to memorize 1 row of the pattern. In this example here, I've used some hand-dyed 4-ply yarn, and I've done 2 rows of that and then alternated that with 2 rows of a plain cream yarn, and I think it gives a really pretty effect. Now, don't forget that I am based in the UK and therefore I use UK crochet terminology. For this pattern here, you will need to know how to crochet a UK double crochet, which is equivalent to a US single crochet, and you'll need to know how to crochet a UK treble crochet, which is equivalent to a US double crochet. But I'll talk you through that as we go, and I will pop all of the details down in the description box below. So I'm going to use some DK weight yarn and a 4mm hook for the tutorial, just so that things are a bit easier for you to see. And we're going to begin with our starting chain, and that needs to be worked in multiples of 6, and then at the end we're going to add 7 for turning. So I'm just going to work a small sample size here so that I can show you the stitch, but you'll go ahead and work your full starting chain in multiples of 6. Once you've worked your full foundation chain, what we're going to do is add 7 more on at the end for turning. For row number 1, we're going to work 3 treble crochets into the 4th chain from the hook, and if you've seen my tutorials before, you'll know that I like to turn my chain on its side like so and work into these back bumps of the chain here. You can work into your chain however you like. So I've got 1 bump, 2, 3 and 4. So into this chain we're going to work 3 UK trebles. Don't forget those are equivalent to US doubles. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into that chain, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, and that's our first stitch. Into that same chain we're going to do 2 more, so yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, 1 more stitch to go, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Next we're going to skip 2 chains, so we've got the chain that we've worked all of our stitches into here, we've got the one next to it and the second one. Into this 3rd chain along we're going to work a UK double crochet, which is equivalent to a US single crochet. So just pop your hook through that chain, grab that yarn and pull it through. You'll have 2 loops, grab the yarn and pull through both loops on the hook. We're going to skip 2 chains again, so just like before we can see the chain that we just worked into here. We've got the chain next to it and the second chain. We're going to miss those, and into the 3rd chain along we're going to work 5 treble crochets. So just the same as we did before, yarn over and insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. That's our first stitch. We're going to do that 4 more times. 1, 2, 3 and 4. We're going to skip the next 2 chains. So here's our first one and our second one. Into this 3rd chain we're going to work a UK double crochet. So insert your hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through both loops. And we're going to repeat that all the way along the row. So we'll skip these next 2 chains, and into that 3rd chain along we're going to work 5 treble crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we'll skip the next 2 chains. So here's the one we've worked into, next chain, and the second one. Into that third one, we're going to work a double crochet. So go ahead and continue repeating that all the way along the row. So after we've worked our double crochet, we'll skip 2 and work 5 trebles into this third one. We'll skip another 2 chains and then work a double crochet, and we'll continue doing that all the way along the chain. So I will continue my small swatch here, and then I'll meet you back at the end to explain what to do at the end of the row. Once you've worked your way along the starting chain, you should find that you have 3 chains remaining at the end after you've completed the final 5 treble crochets. We're going to skip these 2 chains here. Into that third chain, we're going to work a double crochet. And that completes row number 1. For row number 2, we're essentially going to do the same thing, and this is going to form your pattern repeat. So if you want to continue building your work, this is the point that you'll come back to. So we're going to begin row 2 by chaining 2 and turning our work, and we're going to work 2 treble crochets into this stitch here directly underneath the chain. So yarn over and insert your hook directly there, and we're going to work 2 treble crochets into that space. We're going to skip the next 2 stitches and then into this third stitch here, which is at the top of the shell, we're going to work a double crochet. We're going to skip the next 2 stitches, and the next stitch here at the middle is the double crochet from the previous row. If I bring that close, you should be able to see it. It kind of dips down into this stitch here. We're going to work our shell, so that's 5 treble crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to skip the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and into the center of our shell from the previous row, we're going to work a double crochet. And it's really simple. We're just going to repeat that all the way along the row. So we've just worked this stitch here. We'll skip 2 stitches, and into this stitch here in the middle, we're going to work our 5 treble crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We'll skip the next 2 stitches, and into the center of the shell, we're going to work a double crochet. And you'll just repeat that all the way along the row. So after working that double crochet, we'll skip these next 2 stitches and work 5 trebles into the double crochet from the previous row, skip 2 stitches, and then into the center treble, the center of the shell, we'll work our double crochet, skip 2 stitches, work our 5 trebles, skip 2 stitches, and work our double crochet. So you go ahead and continue working your way across the row and finish that off, and I will meet you back at the end and I'll show you how to finish off the row, and I'll also show you how to change colours. Once you've worked your way along the row, you should find that you've finished on your 5 treble crochets, and it should look like this at the end. So we've got our 3 trebles and then our starting chain. We're going to finish off the row by working our double crochet, and we're going to do that in between the last stitch and the starting chain. So just pop your hook in between there and work a double crochet, and that completes the row. So to continue building upon that, you would chain 2 again, turn your work, and begin by working your 2 trebles into that stitch, then skip 2 and work a double crochet, sorry, and then continue working your way along the row. Now in this example here, I've worked 2 rows in every colour, but you can change colours at the end of every row or just continue working all in one colour if you prefer. To change colour, I'm just going to pull this back a little bit. We're going to do so when we work the last stitch of the row. So I've just pulled that back and I'm about to make my double crochet in between here, and I'm going to take my new yarn, I'm going to insert my hook, grab the current yarn and pull it through, and then I'm going to drop that whilst keeping the 2 loops on my hook as so. I'm going to grab the new yarn, leave a nice long tail there for sewing in, pull that tight and then just pull it through, and then you can give the original yarn a bit of a tug as well just to neaten things up, and then you would just chain 2 with the new yarn, turn your work and continue repeating that last row to continue building your work. So I hope you really found that helpful. It's a really pretty stitch for some hand-dyed yarn to show off the lovely colours, I think. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.